You know that it's fun to go out, except I never leave my house. I'm either at work or home, and it seems kind of pathetic just drinking alone. So if you got nothing going on, have some drinks with Ron.
Ahoy, welcome to Drinks with Ron. I am Ron, and this here be my drink. It's a crappy Canadian whiskey mixed with a crappy off-brand cola. Here we go already, getting off the subject. What is the subject, you ask? Well, if you're at least my age, in your mid-30s, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say the Bozo Show. Now, my younger brother, who's not quite 30, doesn't know. So I had to make this explanation the other day at a grill out at my sister's house. I said, look, back in the day, TV was very local, very regional. The signals came over the air. You didn't have cable. It was much like radio now. Every local place had their own show, and almost every market of a decent size had a clown show in the morning. A kid's show that was more than likely hosted by a clown. That's where the Krusty the Clown stereotype comes from, and it's based mainly on the most famous, most recognizable of the clowns out of WGN in Chicago. That would be the Bozo Show. So I said there was literally every mid-market or larger had their own clown show. Bozo's just the most famous. And when I was a kid, I used to watch Bozo every morning. In fact, when I went to kindergarten when I was younger, my mom gave me the option, do you want to go to AM or PM kindergarten? And I chose PM. And frankly, my reasoning was, I'll go in the afternoon so that I don't have to miss any Bozo in the morning. Yeah, that's something you could make up, but why would you? So, yeah, the Bozo Show. So if you're at least my age, you know what I'm talking about. Shenanigans, the Kooky Cook Cookie, Wizzo the Magician, and of course there were magicians before Wizzo, but my I guess we'll say generation, age group, Wizzo was our man. And there would be shenanigans amongst them. Oh, Cookie usually, took the brunt of it right in the butt. But what's the biggest part of the Bozo Show? You know where I'm going with this. You know right where I'm going. Say it with me. The grand prize game. And the camera would even do this zoom in and out with the fist pump. Very unsettling. Would never happen on TV these days. But I digress. Yeah, the grand prize game. And what this was Bozo would take a big drum with everybody's name in it who was in the audience that day, and they would pull two members out at random. And these members would come up, one boy and one girl, and they would come up, and what would happen was, much like this here, there'd be a series of like plastic cups, Dixie cups, red Solo cups, so to speak, with the Bozo logo on them, and they would take a ping pong ball, and these little bastard kids would, one at a time, try to pitch the ping pong balls into the cup with the degree of difficulty raising with each successive cup. That's how it works. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? You want a prize with each bucket. You know, the first one was pretty much a gimme. You throw it in there. You win, I don't know, bag of fucking popcorn. I don't know what it was, but it's something chintzy and bullshit. But the point is, when you got down to 5, you know what it was. You know. I don't have to tell you if you're over 35. It was a brand new Schwinn bicycle. So that got me thinking. To take a long way about this whole ordeal. I was at my sister's house, and what I thought was, hey, we need to do an adult version of this game. And I want to pitch this to Comedy Central. So this is my new goal. This is my new game show, and I'm going to pitch it to Comedy Central, and here's my pitch. So we take 5 different garbage cans, drink a beer, then you take your empty beer can, and you try to pitch them into the bucket. The catch is, you have to drink the beer before you can go on to the next bucket. You need a good host. You know, like I say, Adam Carolla's fucking tailor-made for this, but I think maybe Zane Lamprey, you might be able to get him, Steve McKenna on a chair in the back. I, of course, would throw my own hat in the ring since it's my fucking idea. But yeah, you go, you drink a beer, you throw it in the bucket, and you get to 5. It's a little bit of a challenge. So you do the same deal, you give prizes. I started kicking this idea around in my sister's garage, and she had a little bucket, and I thought, well, that's perfect, that's number 1. So I start spacing it out. So man, you know, if we only had 4 more, she had all 5 perfect sized buckets that were like the exact ones that were in my mind. Like when I pictured, oh, they're gonna go up, like she had them all. They were right there in the garage. So next thing I know, we've got them all set up in order, and I thought, hot damn, this has to happen. So we took them outside. I got a tape measure. There's proper distances. So I figured, well, hell, I've already got 1 beer down. I might as well start playing through one in the bucket. Well, damn, now I need to have a second beer so I can have a shot at the second one. Well, next thing you know, my sister's playing. Well, next thing you know, we got 3 of us playing the adult version of the grand prize game with calling beer buckets. So what I'll do right now is I'll just pitch it over. I'll show you the footage. You can just take a look, see what happens. I'll give you the first few shots here. There's me, Stace, and Dave, and I'll just take you through our first here. Let's show them all. As long as I'm drinking, I might as well actually play a damn game. There it is.
Superstar.
So now we come into 4, which there's a problem. Because I, after 3 beers, apparently was feeling a little bit better than I should have been, and shot at the 3rd bucket instead of the 4th. So I'll just show you what happens there. Knock it off for about 7 seconds. You hear me? Penis! You lose. 3rd or 4th? 3rd. Oh wait, you're right. You're talking 4th. That probably doesn't count then, huh? Yeah. All right, that's better.
It's like you almost made it in the 4th off the 3rd.
Oh yeah, I was hoping to do that one. Yeah. Didn't work out well, but they figured since it was my game and I shot at the wrong bucket, they gave me a chance to redeem myself, which, you know, clearly you see I did. Then we got on to 5. Dave didn't actually drink his 5th, but shoot anyway, so.
Oh! Hey, you got
When I came out here, the fucking pine trees were going sideways.
You hit the wrong bucket when you should.
I aimed for the wrong bucket. Missed. Yeah, see? Oh! Got wind. one of us that made the fifth shot, but he's the only one of us that didn't have 5 drinks. So, you know, we're testing. We wanted it to be challenging. And so my sister says, well, what's the prize going to be? What's the prize going to be? It's going to be a goddamn Schwinn bicycle. That's what it's going to be. And then we're going to send your drunk ass off on a bicycle and film it as you try and ride out of there. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to raise money. It's going to be, the whole thing's going to be for a charity called Schwinns for Twins, an organization that gives bicycles to twins who don't have bicycles. That's all I could come up with. Sorry, it was off the top of my head, and frankly, I thought it was pretty good for the shape I was in, but yeah, Schwinns for Twins. It's a charity event, and you're going to throw... So I said, man, we're going to patent this. Everybody who makes the first one gets the take-home game. Beer buckets, which is the same 5 buckets we have, only they're all spray-painted yellow and marked with black numbers 1 through 5. And so we started picking it apart. You know, obviously you're playing in your own backyard. You don't have to go all hardcore with the rules. But I'm just saying, for the TV format, I've got it nailed down. So I just need to pitch this game to Comedy Central and hope that there's not some sort of rule on how much you can drink on TV. Because I know it's like a drink an hour or whatever, but anyway, that's for the lawyers to hash out. But what I think we have here is a pretty damn entertaining game that people... It's got entertainment, it's got nostalgia, it's got drinking, and it's got a goddamn Schwinn bicycle. What more could you conceivably want from a TV show? I don't know. I think that's it. I think I've nailed this one, and I better salute America. Signing off from America, I'm Rod.